You are convinced you are a romantic. You believe in love that conquers all, in the power of patience, in the transformative potential of your own devotion. You hold on to this conviction because it's the only way to explain why you've spent 6 months, a year, maybe 3, waiting for someone to simply look at you the way you look at them. But you need to stop calling it patience. It isn't patience. It's a carefully curated fantasy that protects you from the one thing you actually fear, being truly, completely known by someone who actually wants to stay. We often claim that we want deep, profound connection. We want to be understood, we want to be held, we want to be chosen. Yet, we systematically gravitate toward the one person who is incapable of offering us any of those things. It seems like a cruel irony, a cosmic joke played by the universe, but it isn't an accident. It is a defense mechanism. When you chase someone who is emotionally unavailable, you are operating within a very comfortable, albeit painful, zone of safety. Think about the mechanics of this. As long as they are unavailable, you are in complete control of the narrative. You don't have to worry about the day-to-day mundane realities of a real relationship, the compromise, the boredom, the shared bank accounts, the arguments about whose turn it is to do the dishes. You are in a permanent state of longing, and longing is clean. It doesn't have the messy, grit-filled edges of reality. You aren't dating a person, you are dating a ghost. And you can't be abandoned by a ghost because they were never truly there to begin with. There is a profound, albeit subconscious, vanity in the pursuit of the unavailable. You have, quite literally, turned this person into a project. The challenge of making them commit, of forcing them to see your value, has become your primary sense of purpose. If they were to suddenly open up, apologize for their distance, and declare that they wanted a committed, healthy relationship, would you be happy? Or would you feel a sudden, violent loss of interest? For many of you, the answer is the latter. The project is the relationship. The game is the hunt. You have convinced yourself that your self-worth is contingent on winning this specific player. You believe that if you can just be the exception, if you can be the one person who finally breaks through their walls, you will finally have the ultimate validation of your own value. You aren't chasing love. You are chasing the trophy that proves you were worthy all along. This pattern is rarely, if ever, about the person standing in front of you. It is about an old, familiar echo. If you find yourself repeatedly drawn to people who are distant, cold, or erratic, you are almost certainly trying to heal an unresolved wound from your earliest attachments. You had a parent, or a primary caregiver, who was emotionally unavailable. They were there, but they weren't present. They gave you affection only when they felt like it, leaving you constantly scrambling to earn it, constantly watching their moods, constantly trying to read their silence. You didn't know it then, but you were being trained for a lifetime of chasing. Now, as an adult, you unconsciously seek out partners who replicate that specific dynamic because it feels familiar. It feels like home. And because your subconscious mind is convinced that home is where you go to get fixed, you keep trying to finish that childhood script. You keep hoping that, this time, you'll get it right. This time, the person will choose you. This time, the ending will be different. But the script is written, and it has no intention of changing. We have been conditioned by cinema, by music, and by social media to believe that intimacy requires volatility. We think that if there isn't drama, if there aren't agonizing separations and passionate, tearful reunions, then the relationship isn't deep. We equate high levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, with passion. When someone gives you the cold shoulder for 3 days and then calls you at 2 a.m. with an explanation, your pulse skyrockets. You feel a massive surge of adrenaline. You interpret that tremor in your hands and that weight in your chest as romantic electricity. It is not electricity. It is anxiety. You have become so accustomed to the high-frequency vibration of chaos that when you encounter someone who is stable, someone who is consistent, someone who says what they mean and means what they say, you find them boring. You think they lack spark. You are so addicted to the fear of loss that you cannot recognize the safety of presence. You've confused the adrenaline of survival for the intimacy of partnership. Every day you spend trying to prove your worth to someone who refuses to see it, you are slowly erasing your own identity. You are becoming a detective of their moods, a curator of their comfort, and a ghost of your own desires. The tragedy is that you think you are being loyal. You think you are being the good partner, the one who doesn't give up, the one who sees the good in them that no one else can see. But loyalty to a person who destroys you is simply betrayal of yourself. They are perfectly content to keep you in this cage because you are the one who keeps the door locked. They don't need to force you to stay. They only need to keep providing just enough hope to ensure you never leave. You are burning your own resources to keep a fire burning in a house that doesn't belong to you. You have to accept the possibility that you are not being rejected because you are lacking. You are being rejected because you are looking for a door that doesn't exist. You have to stop viewing the volatility of your past relationships as a benchmark for how much someone cares. Passion that burns you down isn't passion. It's a warning signal you've spent your entire life choosing to ignore. The moment you realize that the chaos you've been chasing is not a sign of love, but a manifestation of your own unhealed need for external validation, is the moment you become dangerous to the people who want to keep you small. You have the capacity for deep, stable, nourishing love. But you will never find it in the hands of someone who is fundamentally unable to hold it. You have to be willing to let go of the game, even if it means walking away with nothing but your own peace. You don't need to be chosen by the person who can't see you. You need to be chosen by the person who refuses to look anywhere else. If you're ready to stop the cycle and finally build a standard that actually reflects your worth, subscribe to Brain Unlocked, and let's start the process of reclaiming the life that's been waiting for you all along.